Welcome to my first ever YouTube video. I'm a professional cosmetologist. My name is Jessica. If you want to see how I got from the left to the right, keep on watching. Hi guys, so this is what Caroline's regrowth looks like at this point. This is probably about 6 weeks grown out. I usually recommend about 4, but 6 weeks isn't too bad. But definitely not more than this. I would recommend going before you get your roots done. This is a close-up. She's about a level 7. This is the Redken Flash Lift with a bonder inside of it, so there's no need to use any Olaplex or anything like that. I really like this lightener. It's a little bit blue, and I'm using it with the Redken Pro Oxide 20 Volume Developer. And here I'm just showing you how I like to mix it. The consistency that I like to end up getting is a little bit creamy, but still a little bit wet. The reason why is because we want to be able to keep the product moist, because if it dries out while it's on her hair, it will stop working and it won't be lifting anymore. So it's really important to keep it moist. So this is the consistency. It's still a little bit creamy, a little bit runny, but it's not falling off of my brush too bad. So then I finished the back 2 quadrants, and this is just a really terrible angle of me doing her front 2 quadrants. I am patting the product on rather than swiping, and this will ensure that I get enough saturation so it won't dry out, and that I'm not overlapping, or I'm overlapping as little as possible. And I'm leaving the front hairline out till very last because that part grows slower and it's more fragile, so it'll lighten faster. Therefore it will get damaged quicker than the back part. So I just do this and I finish both sections on the front after I do the back 2 sections, and then I put a bag over her head again just to keep in the heat and to make sure that the product doesn't dry out. And for her hair, I probably left that on, I want to say probably about 20 minutes, but I just kept watching. So this is what it looks like after it's all completed. It's kind of messy looking, but as you can see, the product does separate away from the scalp a little bit, but that's totally fine. You can go back in like I did and just quickly tap it again as it's processing. Here I'm showing you what it looks like, the inside of a banana, and the way I like to check is by scraping with a lot of pressure to wipe off all the product. And when you don't see any demarcation line between her roots and the lengths that have already been pre-lightened, you know it's ready to rinse. Here the lighting is not so good, so it looks really yellow, but what I'm going to do is put a little bit of the pre-art by Redken, which is basically like a clarifier that's a little bit strong. I'm going to put those on her ends while I mix up her toner, and this is just going to kind of open up the cuticle and get rid of any natural oils or debris or anything like that that might prevent the toner from working. So here I'm mixing up the toner. This is a 9RB, a 9P, and a 9V from Redken. I mix those in equal parts. And then I put in Crystal Clear and Shades EQ Gloss. So I put in 0.5 of each of the colors, which equaled 1.5 ounces. And then I did 1.5 ounces of clear, and then 3 ounces of the developer. And here's just that terrible angle again. I'm just going through and quickly putting it on her roots because those are the most yellow and they need the most toning. The ends have already been toned before, so I don't have to put them on there first. And honestly, you know, just through the years of bleaching and things like that, they are a touch compromised. So I just wait to put them on because I know that they'll suck up that toner really well. And then after this, I will be rinsing out the pre-art that are on her ends and then putting the toner on her ends. Also wanted to just let you guys know that by mixing in half of the level 9 and half of Crystal Clear, that makes it a level 10. So that's why I did that. I didn't want it to be as dark as a level 9. I want to keep her as bright and as light as possible. So I diluted it with the Crystal Clear to a level 10. Into my formula, by the way, is because sometimes I think when I'm going for a nice platinum blonde, I want it to be nice and balanced. And if I only have the P and the V in there, it can sometimes look a little bit too ashy, and it can look a little bit too cool, and it can overtone a little bit. But so by adding a little bit of that RB, adding a little bit more warmth in there, the color comes out super balanced, and it doesn't take on too much of that ashy grayish tone. So here I'm just, watching it. As you guys know, if you've used Shades EQ, you know that it can take kind of quickly. So you just want to be able to watch it and rinse it off as soon as you see the color start to change. That light a little bit so you can see what it looks like more true to color up close. And here's the final result after a little bit of product and a blow dry. Her hair is pretty straight, so I just put in a smoothing serum and I blew it dry, and this is how it came out. As you can see, it's nice and even right there at the roots, going down to the rest of her hair. It's nice and shiny from the Shades EQ gloss, and the color is really, really balanced. Doesn't look too ashy or too gray toned. It just has a really nice white blonde platinum look to it. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope to be making more. Let me know if there's anything specifically you guys want to see, and I linked my Instagram name down there at the bottom if you guys want to go look at my other content there. Thank you.